As we near the end of 2024, what's been an absolutely incredible year for the crypto markets, many are left wondering, will we get continuation of this trajectory into 2025? And if so, what are going to be the best picks to look at in terms of a portfolio? So in today's show, we're going to have a look at exactly that. We're going to have a look at how you can buy these coins, where you can buy these coins, and how you can get started if somebody brand new to crypto and you're looking to capitalize on the 2025 moves. If we have a look at this Bitcoin monthly returns chart over here, you can see that we finished off very, very strong with November. We're still waiting for the question mark of whether December is continuation of November, which was a very positive green month. And more specifically, what can we expect for the altcoin sector leading into 2025. So smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel. My name's 𝗕𝗅𝗏𝗽. I've been trading for 7 years. I've invested in thousands of different crypto projects over the years. And in today's show, we are going to go through what are the best altcoin picks, what does the best portfolio look like leading into 2025? And more specifically, if you're somebody brand new to the markets and you've never traded before, we'll showcase how you can get involved, how you can build a portfolio, where you can buy these tokens, and how you can get settled in for 2025, which does, according to these statistics, look to be still an incredible year. Because if we actually have a look and we toggle this from Bitcoin into Ethereum, and you have a look at the Ethereum monthly returns, most specifically leading into Q1, so January, February, March, what we've seen in those post-halving years is a very, very stellar run from the altcoin sector, with Ethereum being the biggest blue chip within the space, which means if people are feeling risky, at least to move into Ethereum, usually we tend to see this flow go into the medium cap coins in terms of ranking on market cap, and then into the low market cap coins, which drives those altcoin seasons that we've all come to know and love. So if you look at 2017, Ethereum 31%, 48%, 214%. The significance of 2017 is that was the year that the Bitcoin cycle topped, and this is post-halving, right? So remember, Bitcoin has a halving cycle every 4 years, and following that halving year, we tend to see the biggest rallies ending the bull run. This tends to line up with the business cycles. It also lines up following the year that we've just had, which is, of course, the election year, right? So going into the actual inauguration year, that is where you expect that these cycles will top, US politics playing a pretty substantial role in when markets decide to be risk on. So 2017, January, February, March, very, very bullish for Ethereum. If we look at 2021, 78%, 8%, and 34.74%, very bullish in Q1 for Ethereum, and we're still waiting for the question mark of what 2025 will look like for January, February, and March. As it currently stands, you can see over here, Ethereum, negative 9.8%. But we did see that in the other years as well, right? We did see that in some of the other ETH years in December, ETH does tend to find a bottom, which is very, very significant because this will determine where things are to go next. Now, before we get into the rest of the show, if you don't yet have a crypto exchange, pause this video right now, use the link in the description below, sign up to Bitget, right? We'll be going through a whole series of different tokens that you can specifically buy in Bitget. This show's portfolio is entirely on Bitget, right? Every single one of the coins that I'm about to talk about can be found on Bitget. I've been trading on there for about 5 years now. So use the link in the description below. You can claim up to a $30,000 sign-up bonus, depending on how much you do deposit onto the exchange. They got all the different trading pairs, very high liquidity, super safe exchange to trade on, and all the tools necessary for you to succeed into the bull run. So let's continue. Where are we at within this current cycle? We know that there has been a lot of chop in December, and it's created a lot of doubt within people's minds as to whether this cycle is going to continue just like the previous ones. Well, we can actually overlay on this chart and have a look at the previous bull markets from the cycle bottom to the end of that cycle. And this is what it looked like, right? Just quickly zooming in and refreshing everybody's memories. We have the green line over here, which was simply a 2017-18 cycle. And then we have, of course, the next one, which was your 2021 cycle, that being the orange one over here, right? So we've got 2017 and 2017 crypto cycles, and that's what I followed along. Like if we look at cycle 5, which is where we currently are, you can see since the bottom of the bear market, which was essentially the start of the bull market, we have followed pretty much exactly according to a T right until those various points in time. We are correlating very similarly now back to what we saw in the 2017 cycle. And the question is, are we going to get that next upward move? Well, according to this data set, the answer is yes, we should. Some people may think it's too risky to enter into the market right now and that you're too late, but consider the following chart over here, which actually considers a whole bunch of different risk metrics, from price metrics, on-chain data, looking at social metrics, various different market caps, BTC risk, market cap regression trend lines. We have fear and greed indexes. We have, on-chain HODL statistics, what short-term holders are doing, long-term holders are doing, the 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗬 score. I don't want to bore you with all the various different jargon pointers. We've taken every single metric that people look at in terms of determining whether we're at the bottom of the market or the top of the market, and we've overlaid this with a color code over the Bitcoin price, over the history of Bitcoin cycles. And what we found was this. What we found was that every time Bitcoin puts in anywhere between a 0.7 to a 1.0, so think of it from 70 to 100% on the risk metrics, that is where your cycle tops tend to occur. Now, the current cycle, as you can see over here, this was back in 2012. Then you had over here 2013. 2013, you had a double top, so that was the end of the year. Then you had the 2017 cycle top, the 2021 cycle top. And then, of course, if you study this current cycle, well, we don't have any of those colors, right? We don't have 0.7 or above on this list. And if I reset the zoom and I showcase what we have seen, well, we haven't even seen 0.6 to 0.7. We've actually only peaked in over here at the 0.5 to 0.6. I'll flash it on and off the screen once again, most specifically focusing on this cycle. And that's all that we've seen, right? Which means there's still opportunity. You're not too late to establish a crypto portfolio for the rest of the cycle. And I still do believe that you're going to have a lot of opportunity, and we are still yet to see altcoins run. Now, if we were printing anywhere around 0.7 to 0.8, I would already say at that point, we want to start taking some chips off the table. Of course, we haven't yet seen that, right? We haven't yet seen that. So according to this indicator over here, the risk is moderate, right? We're not in a high risk environment. We're in a moderate risk environment. And consequently, we are still waiting for that much anticipated altcoin season to occur. Now, if you have a look at this, we can see how price reacts after Christmas is specifically isolated to the post-halving year, right? We have to look at the post-halving year because Bitcoin is very cyclical and it tends to follow these specific patterns time and time again. Now, to focus on the Christmas after the halving year, specifically at Bitcoin price, you'll need to focus on the green vertical lines running down the screen and what happened to the price after that. And what you can see over here is following the first Christmas, in the halving cycle year, what happened to price? It rallied, right? What happened to price in the second one, 2017? It rallied. What happened to the third one in 2021? Well, of course, it rallied. And the question remains, will we see the same thing occur over here? And if we do, and Bitcoin does go parabolic, and we see the Fed essentially turning the money printer back on in the form of quantitative easing, which is, of course, something that we're waiting for. We're waiting for the Fed to buy back assets, right? This is typically part of that cyclical nature that we see within the normal economic cycle within markets in general, not just crypto related. And we are still waiting for that to take place, right? Which we think could occur. The shift may occur in January, and that could kick off that much anticipated and awaited altcoin season. So we can see over here, if you look at the Federal Reserve total assets, this has been declining over time, but it is starting to slow down. So there may be an opportunity where this starts to at least turn the corner, start to move back towards the upside. And then we will see that money printer turn back on from the Fed, right? Now, ultimately, one of my main determining factors in terms of figuring out whether it is a good time or not to be buying into altcoins is simply looking at the blue chips, that being Ethereum and what Ethereum is doing. We already studied a little bit of the data by looking at this chart over here, this table in terms of January, February, March, Q1's being very bullish for Ethereum, especially in the final year of the bull market, which we believe is 2025. And then the next thing that we look at is the actual relationship between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that can be measured with this chart called the ETH-BTC chart. Now, I don't want to overcomplicate the chart over here. We simply have a falling wedge formation. This is a bullish chart pattern. When you come into a key area of support, you expect as you reach the apex of that falling wedge formation. Keeping it very, very simple, you would expect that this should break out and move up in a big way. And if that moves up in a big way, it means Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. And if Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, we'll see a rotational shift into the altcoin sector. And we're still waiting for that, right? We are still waiting for that. We're still waiting for strength to come back into Ethereum over here. If you can start to clear some of those above targets at about 4,000, you have full confirmation of the bullish trend, and you should see prices rallying up very, very quickly. So with that being said, I do think it's a good opportunity to still be allocating into altcoins, because the other chart that we can utilize is, of course, the Bitcoin dominance. And what we tend to see is when ETH BTC breaks out and Ethereum does very, very well in Q1, we tend to see a massive drop in the Bitcoin dominance. And we're still waiting for that. You have the exact inverse pattern over here, which is a rising wedge formation. We've already shown the small etchings over here of an actual breakdown, leaving the upsloping trend line over here breaking down from that rising wedge, which is a bearish chart pattern, right? So as you break down the rising wedge over here, you're looking at this as a back test into resistance, and we're waiting for a deeper drop, right? You can see the 2017 cycle yielded a massive 63.48% drop in Bitcoin dominance, essentially driving one of the biggest altcoin seasons that we've ever seen. And we had a 46.5% drop, of course, in the Bitcoin dominance in the 2021 cycle. And if you look at the current cycle, well, we're nowhere near that, right? As it currently stands, from top to the lowest point that we reached over here was only about an 11% drop, which means this is probably just the start of the breakdown of Bitcoin dominance, and we still have a long way down to go, which means it's a good opportunity to allocate into altcoins and build your altcoin portfolio, right? While prices are still pretty stagnant, whilst the volume is low over this Christmas, New Year's period, you can expect when the market turns back on, essentially all the massive institutional traders come back to the market in January following their December break, you are going to see a lot of the coins run. So with that being said, I have written and prepared actually 4 articles on our Whale Crypto Trades newsletter. There's a link that's in the description below where you can go and you can find this. You can subscribe to the Whale Crypto Trades newsletter. It's completely free, and you can access all of these articles specific to today's show, as well as all the other material that we've drawn up over time, right? So use the link in the description below, sign up over there. If you're someone brand new to crypto, I take you through a guide of exactly what to do in terms of signing up to Bitget. Why Bitget? We cover why Bitget. We cover how you can spot trade on Bitget, which is essentially buying the underlying assets. We also go through, of course, how to do leverage trading on Bitget, as well as a couple of other things, like the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 token drop, which comes from Bitget, where you can claim some free tokens over there as well. So use the link in the description below, sign up to that if you do want a written detailed analysis of today's show. And then we're going to get through the altcoin portfolio, what I would be buying right now if I had no money allocated into the market. But first, why Bitget, right? Over 25 million different people are trading on Bitget right now. They're the only exchange in the entire world to partner with, of course, legendary football player Lionel Messi, just giving it a little bit of credibility and validity within the space. Really, really important. I think one of the most important things with Bitget is their proof of reserves protection fund, right, which is backed higher than any of the other exchanges. Most other exchanges are backed 1-to-1. They're actually backed 1-to-1.6, right, which means they're holding a surplus above what the users' funds are, which means your funds are entirely safe, right? They have all the various different certifications that you guys need to, of course, remain safe within the space, right? So easy to deposit. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Let's go through to this over here. First and foremost, use the link in the description below. You sign up. This is for the newbies. If you're somebody experienced in the space, use the timestamps below and just fast forward to the next phase, which is going to be where we discuss the actual tokens that you can buy on Bitget. But back to the newcomers into the crypto space, use the link in the description below, put in your email address, create a password, make sure that you save it and store it somewhere completely safe that nobody can access that. I do also recommend setting up two-factor authentication, which is the Google Authenticator that you can put on your phone, on your mobile device, and that code changes every 30 seconds. This keeps your funds really, really safe, right? So that's the first step. Step number 2, you'll need to actually deposit crypto onto the exchange. So you can do it in a couple of ways, right? You can either deposit actual crypto if you have crypto on another platform, select USDT, select whatever coin it is that you want, select the chain over there, and it will create a deposit address, right? If you feel like tipping a brother, there's the deposit address. Just kidding, guys. No need for tips over here. All right, go through to deposit fiat. If you do want to actually deposit actual fiat currencies, depending on where you are in the world, this is SEPA instant ET or EFT transfers, wire transfers directly in, or you can actually use your debit card or credit card if you want to put smaller amounts of capital in, right? I would recommend the SEPA instant transfer if you're going to be doing, large amounts, probably anything over about $5,000. This is probably the way to go. So once you've done that and you have capital in your exchange, you can then go through to the spot buys, right? So if you go through over here and you can go through to trade, there it is, trade, and you can go through to spot buys over here. This is essentially where you'll be purchasing crypto, right? So I also currently am running a bot over here. I do have a bot that's up significantly trading 𝗬𝗍. Remember this on Bitget, you can do all of these various different things. I don't want to overwhelm you with information. These are covered in prior blog posts that we've done on the Whale Trades blog post. You can just go back and you can look for the grid trading bot where I showcase exactly how I actually built this exact position over here, which is up tens of thousands of dollars. I think we're up currently $33,134 on this trade. And that's actually excluding how it's been banking the profits into a HODL portfolio using 𝗬𝗍, right? So that's one of the trades. Let's move on back into the actual spot trades, right? So in terms of the spot trades, you'll go over here, spot trading. Remember, you can do the easy one-step convert, or you can take your trade using a limit order or a market order over here. That means you'll be filled at this exact price. So the way that you do it is, pick the coins that you're looking at. So one of the coins we'll talk about today is ETH, right? If you want to buy ETH, there it is. I will give you the exact portfolio list, which has been split between layer ones, real world assets. We have a couple of crypto gaming coins. We have some meme coins. Crosschain is one of them. And then we have AI tokens, right? That is your broader portfolio. So let's say you want to buy ETH over here. Of course, you'd come through to this section. You would select your ETH price. You can see over here, it displays it over there. Let's say you want to buy ETH low because you think price is going to 3,100. Type in 3,100 over there and then select the quantity of how much Ethereum it is that you actually want to buy. Now, this is, of course, going to be dependent on how much capital you have in your exchange. And then you can click buy ETH. I currently already hold the majority of these assets. If I just go through to the asset section over here, you can see, there we go. Let's go through to spot. These are my current positions: 𝗬𝗍, Brett, 𝗟𝗢𝗏, Jasmine, Nia, Ton, Injective, Casper, Render, Rune, etc. So a lot of the coins I'm about to share with you, I have already started to buy. I've been purchasing them and dollar cost averaging in, of course, before the actual 2025 bull run takes place and before we see that breakdown in Bitcoin dominance. Just quickly going back over here to spot trading, I just want to very quickly show you the convert function, which is dead simple, very, very easy for anyone out there that may actually want to use that. Let's just quickly see, where was that convert assets over here? All right, the convert function here, it should be copy trading, trading bots. Let's just have a look over here. Futures trading, spot trading, there it is. So under spot trading, you want to go through to convert. This is if you don't want to use the order book with limit orders and a chart in the background. Maybe for you, that's too overwhelming. This keeps it a lot more simple. You can click on convert. Convert will open a different page over here. You will, of course, select your USDT, right? So, or whatever the currency is that you want. So let's say that's your USDT over there. And then you can choose the token that you want to buy. So if you just want to buy BGB, you click max over there, whatever is your available USDT, click preview. It will automatically provide a quote at the best price. The great news with the convert function is there's absolutely zero fees. So you can simply buy your spot positions like this, click USDT, click the coin that you want to buy, click preview, click accept, and it will immediately deposit that into your spot account, right, under your asset section. So if you go into under asset overview, that is where that will be provided at least into your account, right? And you can save over there. So all the tabs above head list everything that you need to know. So trading, you've got spot trading, margin trading, convert, right? And then if you go to futures, remember futures is for people that are a little bit more experienced within trading. This is like when you use the bank's money. It's a form of leverage, like you're borrowing to purchase a house, right? It's essentially like that. It's going to utilize part of your collateral coins, your coins in collateral USDT, and ultimately lever up, right? So you can decide if you want 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x leverage. Now, this must be used responsibly. I really recommend that you go through the articles that we have listed over here, right? Multiply your crypto portfolio with Bitget's rocket-fueled leverage. We give an example, step-by-step analysis in this article of exactly how you can utilize the USDTM futures, right? So this is leverage trading, not for the faint-hearted and definitely not for the inexperienced trader out there. So now that you know where to go to buy the portfolio that I'm about to share, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes, what you came here for today, which is, of course, the portfolio. So every single one of these coins is specifically on Bitget, which is why I recommend signing up to Bitget if you do want to purchase this portfolio. You won't find all of these tokens on other exchanges, right? That is the beauty of Bitget. They have over 800 different trading pairs, and they're one of the first to list the top-ranked tokens. So I've split the portfolio up as follows. Let's maybe just zoom in over there. Let's go on to 150%. I've split the portfolio up as follows. I'm specifically looking over here at layer ones, right? Layer ones is going to give you essentially your stability within your portfolio. Generally speaking, once Bitcoin dominance breaks down, once ETH BTC starts to move towards the upside, we tend to see that layer ones are the first ones out of the gate, and the rotation from Bitcoin usually moves into layer ones first. Now, there's multiple reasons why, but one of the reasons why is it's oftentimes deemed to be the safer play, right? And you guys have probably heard of it before, is the money flow, right? The way that money flows from Bitcoin, then into Ethereum, and then it moves into the large caps. This would be considered the large caps. And then it moves into the mid caps, which is going to be everything I've listed below here. And then eventually it moves into the low caps or micro caps, where the micro cap, small market cap coins, right? Coins that don't have a huge market cap. This is like the penny stocks of the crypto market. Those completely outperform the large caps. And that's usually a sign and a symptom that you're nearing the end of the crypto cycle. So let's get into it. The layer ones, I selected them in no particular order of one being better than the other, but this is simply to give you a broader portfolio, and we can just reveal these to you. I've gone with Ethereum, Solana. It's debatable which one's going to outperform which. Currently, when we measure Ethereum against Solana right now, Solana is better in almost every single metric that's out there. But due to the institutional demand on Ethereum, I'm not 100% sure that Solana will necessarily completely outperform Ethereum as it has for the majority of this cycle. When you analyze it from a fundamental perspective, it absolutely should, right? In terms of, on-chain usage, number of active users, total value locked on the layer one platform, as well as the number of wallet addresses over there, and of course the fees, right? Solana is hands down the winner, but I'd probably go with an equal split between Ethereum and Solana. Now, other notable mentions for layer ones that I'd be looking at and I would at least allocate some capital into is Phantom, Ton, which is the Telegram chain. We have Sui, which is already run a lot, so I'd probably go with a bit of a smaller position size over there. Say, which is yet to run. Aptos is yet to run. And we have Casper, which has been in a one-year trading range. And when that leaves the top of the range high, which is around 18 cents, you should see an absolutely monumental run from Casper, right? The good thing about Casper is also proof of work, which makes it very similar to Bitcoin in that regard. And I think that they have a super strong community. So these are my top layer one picks. I don't want to go into elongated explanations of exactly why. I think for anybody new here, time is of the essence because the market could start to run at absolutely any moment. And the sooner you get your positions established, the better, right? So again, Ethereum, Solana, Phantom, Ton, Sui, Aptos, and Casper. Those are my layer one picks, right? When it comes to the AI sector, We know that AI in terms of the stock market is one of the top stocks out there is NVIDIA, and it's really garnered a lot of attention. And I think that as time progresses, you're going to see a massive shift into AI across the entire world, displacing a lot of the at least careers and jobs. It's almost like our own industrial revolution happening in the 21st century right now around AI. And naturally, you're going to find crypto projects that are building within that sector and piggybacking off of the momentum and the attention and the narrative, right? Remember, crypto is very narrative driven. So you need to pay attention to where the attention lies. And there will be a lot of attention still within AI. And that's part of the reason why AI has been one of the top performing sectors alongside meme coins within the 2024 cycle. And in life, as in with markets, winners take all, right? So these trends probably continue into 2025. So simply having a look over here, let's reveal the AI picks that I'm looking at. I'm going with 𝗫, which also forms part of the layer 1 sector over there. So you kind of got a double play in terms of a safe play as L1, and you have an AI play over there that's 𝗫. Next one I'd be looking at is Render. They had partnerships previously announced in the last cycle already with Apple. I think naturally they're going to piggyback off that once again. I think Render should do very, very well. We have PhET, right? Ticker PhET. This was a collab between multiple other AI giants that all came together to form at least one project, right? And then we have 𝗬𝗓 as well under file storage, but I've labeled them under AI because they're doing a lot of things with their supercomputer, right? So 𝗬𝗓 is next on the list over there, 𝗫, Render, PhET, 𝗬𝗓. Now, there are one or two other ones that have not been listed yet on Bitget, so I've left those out. Some of these, have only just launched, and usually the Bitget go through pretty strong vesting, or at least vetting, not vesting, pretty strong vetting program before listing these other tokens, right? So keep an eye out for the updated list if they do start to list some of the other coins that I have invested into and it comes onto Bitget. I'll let you know, and you should be able to purchase those there. Now, in terms of real world assets, there's only one that wasn't on Bitget that I'm currently invested into, and that is Mantra, right? OM. But the other two that I'm looking at over here is Axelar and 𝗓𝗡. So these are the two that I would pick in terms of what's listed on Bitget, and rock solid projects that I think will do very, very well over the coming 2025 crypto cycle. Meme coins, right? This is a rock solid list. We know a lot of the meme coins are very, very low cap. Many will not be listed on mainstream exchanges like Bitget. However, I think that they do have the majority of the blue chips, giving you just enough risk to really succeed within this crypto cycle. So my top picks over here in terms of the meme coin sector are going to be as follows. I've got Pepe, Brett, Andy, and Landwolf, right? Now, simply, this is a collection of coins from somebody that's called Matt Fury. Matt Fury was an animator and cartoonist who created a series around Pepe, Brett, Andy, and Landwolf, right? These were four friends in the comic, and it gained mass attention, right? Specifically within the crypto space. And we've seen these are top performers. All of these can be purchased on Bitget, right? Which is pretty unique because especially when you look at the low cap ones like Andy and Landwolf, you can't find these on many of the centralized exchanges. So a really great opportunity if you do want to pick some of these up. These are, of course, currently listed on Bitget. So Pepe is going to be a higher leverage bet, a higher beta play on Ethereum. What that simply means in non-crypto terminology is if Ethereum is performing very, very well and Ethereum is running and Ethereum goes up 20%, the chances are that you find the higher leverage bets or the higher beta plays, as we like to call it in crypto terminology, running at multiples beyond what Ethereum is doing. So Ethereum might run up 20%. That means you're going to see Pepe probably do about 100 to 150%. Then you got Brett on Base. Base is a layer 2 that's built on Ethereum. again, not to overcomplicate things for those of you that are new here, just understand that Brett probably runs even harder than Pepe. And as you move down this list, Andy probably moves even quicker than what you would see on Brett and Pepe, and Landwolf will move even quicker than Andy, Brett, and Pepe. And the reason for this is these are arranged in order of market cap, right? So Pepe is the highest market cap coin. I think this is trading currently at around $10 to $11 billion valuation. You have Brett at about a $1.5 billion market cap, which means, you know, if Brett catches up to Pepe, that automatically puts it at about a 5 to 6x return, right? So 500 to 600% return alone on that. And then you got Andy and Landwolf, which are between $200 and $300 million market cap. And there's a lot of catching up for those to do to get to Brett and Pepe's level, right? The next ones that I have listed over here is Mog. Mog is also going to be a leverage bet on Ethereum. So trading very similar to what Pepe would do. If Ethereum outperforms as we expect that it should, based on this chart over here, we expect a breakout of Ethereum against BTC and a complete outperformance in that regard. Then we should see that ultimately Mog does very, very well, right? Mog also fits under the cat narrative. In crypto, again, it's very narrative driven, even within the meme coin sector. And there's this debate about how last cycle and all the price cycles were all about dogs, right? All the different dog coins, you know, like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Floki, etc. All these coins did very, very well. The dogs did well. And now they talk about this cycle could be about cats, right? You might see an outperformance by cats. Mog gives you that cat coin exposure. Mog is a cat with sunglasses on. Yeah, you can look for that emoji where they, or just look it up on the internet. You'll see what Mog looks like. I think Mog will do super, super well, right? And then we got the Solana coins. These are going to be higher beta plays on Solana, specifically listed, of course, on Bitget. We got Bonk with Popcat and Myro, right? Again, Bonk with Popcat and Myro. Myro being the lowest market cap coin over here, which will provide the highest upside potential, right, when the market does break up. So if you believe that Solana is going to $300 to $400, then you can bet that Myro is going to outperform Solana by probably 5 to 10x returns, right? So if you do want to take a risk and you're willing to say with certainty that you believe the altcoin season is going to play out, Myro is the lowest cap that's listed over here on Bitget under the Solana high beta plays. And this one should absolutely pump, right? Myro happens to be a dog, right? So it's under the dog narrative. So in terms of even the meme coin sector over here, I've tried to really give you great exposure to both the ETH sector and the Solana sector, whilst diving deeper into the narratives, right? You got the narratives of, you know, all the various different animals, frogs, dogs, and cats, right? Frogs, dogs, and cats, you know, that's what this space is about. Now, you need a little bit of exposure to gaming. Gaming has not yet run, and gaming is typically the last sector to run within a crypto cycle. These are projects that continue to build and do very, very well. And this is the reason why I've personally selected them, right? So before we get into the gaming, guys, again, smash the like button. It really helps to get the show content out there. We are recording these videos during vacation time. So if you do appreciate the video, smash the like button, share it with a friend as well. If you have anyone that's new to crypto and you want to help them to succeed, I genuinely believe this is a rock solid portfolio that will help you to do phenomenally well. And I think these portfolios could do anywhere between 5 and 20x returns, depending on how long this crypto cycle lasts, right? Remember, we're looking at the various different risk metrics. And according to this, we're only about 65% of the way through the bull run with this still remaining, right? So we still have the rest of that move towards the upside, possibly topping out somewhere between, you know, September and November. My base case is October 2025, right? So if you're looking for a portfolio to hold over the next 9 months, 6 to 9 months, I think this is a rock solid one and will help you to succeed. Again, guys, use the link in the description below. Sign up to Bitget. Every single one of these tokens are there. Also, claim your sign-up bonus. You get a sign-up bonus with this, right? So as soon as you use this link, the link that's listed below, that qualifies you as a Crypto Banter member or viewer to get a special sign-up bonus with a reduction in trading fees. So ending it off over here, let's get into the crypto gaming sector. The picks that I went with was Beam, WilderWorld, and Zentry, right? Beam, WilderWorld, and Zentry. I don't believe they've run too far. I could have put on Super Farm over here. I just feel that Super has run a lot, and I personally wouldn't want you guys to buy something that's very, very high risk. If if it does turn down, it will have a long way down to go before finding major support, because it's just moved so aggressively. So I think Beam, 𝗲𝗏𝗏, and Zentry, in terms of entry prices right now, are in very, very solid levels, right? Very, very good levels right now. They haven't pumped too much. And then we have Crosschain, right? I love what the project's doing. I think that they're doing massive, massive things in the space. And the last on my list over here under Crosschain is going to be Rune, ThorChain, right? Rune, you can also get this on Bitget. That is the next pick. So that is my Bitget portfolio for 2025. In order of market cap, this is what the portfolio looks like. Every single one of the coins over there. I'll just scroll through just in case you want to take a screenshot or pause the video to make sure that whatever you're buying is correct and looks the same in terms of both price, market cap, and little logos next to it, right? So that's just for your own viewership, better than a little spreadsheet, Google spreadsheet over there. So those are the coins that I'm looking at over there. I think 2025 could shape up to be an absolutely massive year. You need to hold strong through this time. Most people get shaken out right before the exciting times take place, which is as ETH BTC is bottoming over here, and as Bitcoin dominance is, of course, topping all the way at the top over here. We're still waiting for the next leg down, right? So a lot to look forward to within the space. If you did appreciate the video, again, smash the like button, use the link in the description below. Make sure that you get these articles on the Crypto Whale Trades newsletter. It will be linked in the description below. And then on top of that, of course, sign up to Bitget, right? Sign up to Bitget over there. That is it from me, folks. I'll catch all of you on the next one. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers for now.